ಅಡ್ಡವಾದಾಗ, ಕಣ್ಣ ನೋಟ ಮಂಜಾದಾಗ, ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ದಾರಿದೀಪ, ಹಿರಿಯರ ಅನುಭವ, ನುಡಿ ನಿಕ್ಷೇಪ. Translates to, when our eyes become dim in the journey of life, when we come across stones and thorns in the path, we need the beacon of knowledge, the torch of our elders, their experience words a treasure. So these are the elders that we need to take care of. And today we have this opportunity to look, perhaps for the first time in the government sector, a space for dementia care located in our own campus. First of all, I'd like to welcome our guests for this evening's function. Online, we have Shri Srinivas Shroff Nagesh Rao, CEO of the RDC Foundation, whose title is Endless Energy, Infinite Possibilities. That's what we need in this era. The theme for mental health, World Mental Health Day, is greater investment and greater access. How could we celebrate it better than actually have an opportunity to initiate this? So welcome to you, sir. I know your CEO, Shri Sanjeev Kumar Gupta, who was supposed to also be there online, is kind of held up because of other circumstances, but please do extend our heartfelt welcome to him as well. We have with us in person Shri Anbalagan, the CPO representing REC in person today. So welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
Also, I mean, I cannot call him a guest because he's so much part of us. And he is Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar. For all of us, he is a very familiar person. He has endeared himself to all the Janata of Karnataka through his books, hundreds of books written in the area of mental health. He has recently published another one, How to Be Healthy and Live Longer After 60 Years of Age. So again, we could not have had a better person in our midst, but more importantly, Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar has today made, shown a gesture which very few of us are capable of emulating, which is making a personal donation of 1 crore to support the building investment of 10 crores, which is made by the REC. So I think for an individual to be doing this is very, very heartwarming. And I'm really... Our director, Professor Guru Raj, is joining us online. So has joined us online. And a warm welcome to you, sir. A distance makes the heart grow fonder. So I think that's the only way I can say what we can say. Professor S.K. Chaturvedi is director in charge today. And of course, as we were discussing, in some ways has the fortune of actually being here at the inauguration of this program. A warm welcome to Professor Chaturvedi. Our registrar, Dr. B.S.S. Rao, again, recently has taken over the position, but is already, in the thick of it. Again, a great opportunity for all of us to be present here. Our dean, Professor Satish Girimaji, is also here with us today. And of course, being somewhat, we have all been under Dr. C.R.C.'s tutelage for many years, all from the same department. Professor Matthew Verghese, who's heading the community, was heading the community and the geriatric psychiatry facilities. Professor Matthew Verghese is Professor of Psychiatry. We have with us the Professor of Psychiatric Social Work and former head of the Psychiatric Social Work Department, Professor Tirumurthy, who's also very closely engaged with this program. We have Professor Girish, who is heading the Department of Epidemiology at NIMHANS, again very closely associated with all these initiatives. And last but not least, Professor P.T. Shivakumar, whom I might say is the energy and the moving spirit behind all these things, these ventures. And this is the first venture, and I think that hopefully this is the beginning of many more ventures to come. Finally, this is merely a drop in the ocean, a sprout, and I'm going to end with a small thing which says, one seed, a little earth, a little water, there may grow a huge banyan tree. A thought, a little effort, a helping hand may create a big project. One dream, a little imagination, a little support may become a huge novel. A life nourishment, again some support, may result in a big miracle. I hope this is the planting of that seed which will grow into a huge banyan tree and offer protection to so many of our elders who actually need it most. May these ventures grow from strength to strength, and I welcome you all again for this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam. I think in this sedate COVID environment, I think this was really truly an electrifying moment, and that's the spirit of it. This moment is something which all of us working in geriatric care has been planning or dreaming about since a very long time. There are several steps which we have taken, but we could not take it to fruition all this time. And that is where the efforts of Dr. P.T. Shivkumar has borne fruits now. I would like to request Dr. P.T. to share with us about the dementia care project which we are looking at.
Good evening, all the dignitaries, Mr. Srinivas, CEO, REC Foundation, and Director, respective, the beloved Director, Dr. Guru Raj, and Dr. Chaturvedi sir, and our head of the department, Dr. Pratima Murthy, ma'am, and the head of the geriatric clinic services, Dr. Matthew Burgess, and Dr. Satish Girimaji, Dean, and also from the representative from REC, Bangalore, Mr. Anbalagan, Registrar, and Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar, our teacher. And it is something day which we cannot forget, and it is a most eventful day for us in the sense that this is a dream for us. Right, I have been working in the geriatric clinic for almost 14-15 years now, and even before I joined, Professor Matthew had a vision to kind of start it 2 decades back. But what we actually lacked was a center which is elderly friendly and dementia friendly, where we can provide care. And this is something we have been proposing for many years, but we couldn't actually it couldn't take off because of constraints what we had. And we have been actively working for this for the last 3-4 years, where we have attempted multiple proposals. And today we are very happy that REC Foundation has sanctioned this proposal to start a 40-bed residential care center in the Sakalvara campus of NIMHANS. NIMHANS has an extension campus which is around 15 kilometers from the main campus, where we have our community mental health facility. And Sakalvara is a very, very famous place in the history of mental health. That is where the community program started. But we have been having some off-way home kind of a care facility going on for some time. But the campus has a lot of potential to be as a very vibrant campus for the elderly care. It's a very ideal facility in terms of the serene locality and the space what is available. And so we have proposed a center which will be elderly and dementia friendly, which is not just a place for elderly to just stay. We also want to have a very good state-of-the-art training center, where many of our mental health professionals and geriatric psychiatric professionals, where multidisciplinary team from social work, psychology, nursing, everybody can be trained. And more than anybody else, the geriatric care workers or the dementia care workers, there are a large number of people who require training. There's a lot of deficit for this. And this center will actually help us to train them so that they can provide care across the country. And this is something we have a plan to expand this into a larger facility of around 100 bed in the second phase. And this also will facilitate research in terms of behavioral managements, which we find it difficult to do it in the hospital settings. And this will help in improving the quality of life of the persons with dementia. So in this juncture, when we started, we had offer for the building. Many people were ready to give building, but the main constraint for us was whether we can run this building. So where do we get the operational expenses? That is where I just happened to, in a conversation, we just requested Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar. It was not even a very formal kind of appeal. It was just in a conversation about in one of the programs we checked with sir. sir, we have this facility, we have got the funding for the building, we are looking for some support for operational expenses. Sir, the next moment he told, I will give this 1 crore as a contribution for this operational expenditure, and he immediately gave a letter, and also today sir is actually giving this. So this we from the geriatric clinic services, I thank all our teachers and our administration and Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar. We are grateful to this cause, and we will make it as a very good facility, and we assure you, sir, we will use it in the best manner to provide the care for a lot of people and also provide training. I thank REC Foundation and Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar for this contribution. Thank you very much.
Thank you, PT. Today, in that sense, is the day when 3 organizations are coming forward. Let me correct myself. It is definitely 3 organizations. REC Foundation, REC are the 2 organizations. But I would like to refer to CRC, sir, also as an organization, because, sir, Kannadadalli paata ittu namge Vyakti mattu Vyaktitva anta. The person and the personality is the same. He has lived by what he talks, and then this is a very, very endearing to us. Thank you very much for supporting us and being with us at this time of need. Really, this is energizing. I would like to request him to hand over the check to Professor SKC and then share his thoughts with us.
Madam. Thank you very much, sir. I am accepting this as your blessing, and on behalf of our director, Professor Gururaj, and on the institute, and thank you very much. And we will always remember this contribution from you. I hand over to the registrar to give it to Dr. Gururaj Bansal, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I would like to request you to address us.
So you will excuse me, sir. I have another webinar to join. Thank you very much. All the best. You can.
So let me stand and talk. 8/5. No, I feel comfortable.
No worries. It's a style.
All of us know 8.5% of Indian population are elderly people. That means nearly 10 crores. And out of these elderly people, just now I heard that 9% or 10% of people are in various phases of dementia, early dementia, middle or late phase of dementia. In the last 45 or 46 years of my practice of psychiatry, I have seen that elderly people, whether they are living with the family or outside the family, they feel like orphans. They feel neglected. They think that their needs are not met with by their own family. The loneliness and the various kinds of disability, whether physical disability, mental disability, and now because of Corona, the social disability. Now nobody wants to come to us, talk to us, or take us out. Almost in our Samadha center, we see every day 3 to 4 elderly people are brought, and the main complaint is, sir, I feel lonely, I feel lonely. And famous, if they are taking care of their elders who are dementing, they are totally helpless. So we don't know how to deal with my father, deal with my grandfather, deal with my mother or grandmother. So we're all mental health warriors. So NIMHANS is the engine. I think we have to add a lot of bogies to this engine. We have to involve lots and lots of people, both senior citizens who are still fit enough to take care of themselves, and also middle-aged persons and young people. Because nowadays young people do not empathize with the elderly people. They think that there are hurdles and their lifestyle is different, and so we have to involve quite a number of people from the community, whether youngsters, middle-aged people, or senior citizens, was fit enough. Just 2 days back, I had a Zoom conference with a Senior Citizens Association of JP Nagar, and about 50 people attended. And they said, barring a few, all were fit enough to come forward and help those people in the vicinity who are elderly, without family support, or are having a lot of physical ailments or psychological ailments, including dementia. So we have to tap these resources. And also in the private sector, NGO sector, a lot of organizations are coming forward to organize dementia care, daycare centers, or night care centers, or weekend care centers, or total inpatient care. But they're quite expensive, and many middle class and lower middle class people even cannot think of affording the charges which are taken by these agencies. I think NIMHANS, my alma mater, and also NIMHANS is the very proud institution in the country, leading the country how to organize services and the community-based services, which was started way back in 1975. I know it has gone to almost more than 300 districts in the country. Level of PSC, care at the level of Taluk Hospital, care at the level of district hospitals, and they are involving both private practitioners and NGOs and the whole lot. So I hope the geriatric services of NIMHANS, now under the very dynamic leadership of P.T. Shivakumar and Matthew Varghese and others, will work out the various programs. As they said, it's not just a 40-bedded inpatient care for dementing patients, but it has to be a training center. We have to motivate a lot of people for energy to work for elderly people, give them know-how. Because again, NIMHANS has a lot of experience training volunteers from the community, housewives, retired people, youngsters, whole lot. I was personally involved in training more than 25,000 volunteers from the community in mental health care. In my center, Samadhana Center, hundreds of volunteers come and work without expecting even thanks from the clients. So we have to write up programs and then plan the strategies so that we become a role model for the entire country, in dementia care. And all of us hope that we get to know what is the cause of Alzheimer's or other diseases leading to dementia. Still, we don't know the cause. We don't have any specific medicines to improve dementias. Only thing left over is we have to give a good care and take care of them and make them comfortable and live with dignity. Because many people in elderly age group, they can't have a dignified life. Very, very saddening thing to look at. So we have to help people to raise their head and live with dignity, with disability or without disability, and everybody has to join hands. And it's my small contribution from my family side. So I've donated some amount of money to the NIMHANS, and if God permits, I will donate some more in future, and also associate myself. Saklavara is near to my house, and there is a training program or developing teaching materials, and so this is the book just 2 weeks back published in English. Earlier last year I had published this in Kannada. How to postpone old age, how to postpone death, and live comfortably, live happy and healthy after 60. So I've taken part in a community-based education programs using newspapers, magazines, medias, and a whole lot. So I'll be very happy to join this movement of care of elderly people, care of people with dementia. And I think it's our duty and responsibility to do this work with responsibility and guide the whole country how to move forward. And I thank REC Foundation for generously coming forward to build up a 40-bedded, and I hope that immediately they will revise the decision and increase the bed number. from 40 to 100. And also education programs, because our people need lots and lots of information. People do not know why we become old, why we develop dementia, what can be done. Nothing is known to people, even well-educated PhD holders or engineers, and even doctors many times, they may not know what is the thing they have to do. So, lot of health education program has to be designed now using visual media, because now people have stopped reading books, because reading habits are becoming very less, especially youngsters do not read their own textbooks. So we have to now digital media, so use all the media, visual media, to educate people, raise their awareness that how it's a duty of the nation, duty of the society to take care of the people with dementia. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I think the invitation says virtual launch, but I'm sure all of us who are part of it know it's the real launch. It is a bit Deepavali, which has come earlier, because REC has ignited our dreams and then brought into reality. So I'd now like to request Sri Srinivas Nagesh Rao to formally launch the center, and so that we could go ahead with the next steps, and also take this opportunity to request you to address us.
Thank you very much. I hereby very happy to launch the Center for Aging and Dementia. Shall I go ahead with?
Yes, sir, please.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, our CMD, Mr. Sanjeev Kumar Gupta, and the Director Finance, both of them actually wanted to be here for this event, but unfortunately they were called in the ministry for some urgent work, urgent meetings. So they have sent their best wishes and a speedy construction of this center so that it can be dedicated to use at the earliest. Let me first thank Director NIMHANS, Dr. Gururaja, and also the earlier Director, Dr. Gangadhar, who also provided all the letters and the proposal. And let me also thank Professor Shivakumar, who actually gave all the responses to our umpteen queries that we raised. You know, if there was a delay of say 1 or 2 days, probably it would have gone to next board. So his role, both Professor Shivakumar and Dr. Gangadhar earlier, are immense in ensuring an early start of this project in a way. Let me also welcome Dr. Chandrasekhar, accomplished doctor, and all doctors at NIMHANS who have gathered here. And I also would like to acknowledge one small fact that, you know, when I was last year and this year, each year the public sector CSRs are given some guidelines. Last year and this year it is health and nutrition are the priority thematic areas. So when I was discussing with Dr. Shivaram Varambali, your colleague, look, we want to do something interesting, something useful, which is generally not being supported. And he's the one who said, look, we need urgently for a center for dementia. And then Professor Shivakumar took it over and so ably put the proposal together and responses together, due to which we could really get it in record time. I don't think we have such huge projects which have been taken up and approved and launched in flat less than 2 months, I would say. So congratulations to the team. And I would acknowledge my team here, which worked in tandem with the team at NIMHANS in putting papers together. Let me just quickly run through about, you know, our main unit, which is a business unit. and also a little bit on what we are doing in CSR. I'll take about 5 to 7 minutes. RSC Limited is a non-banking finance corporation. You know, it started in 1969 with the objective of connecting rural area, particularly in the pump set electrification. But in post-liberalization, it became a non-banking finance corporation. And today it is lending to entire value chain of power sector, be it generation, be it transmission, distribution, or renewable energy. Last year, we did a disbursement of about 75,000 crores, and 2%, and we earned about 6,000 crores as profit, and 2% of that profit comes to CSR. That's about 150 crores per year. So apart from this main business, REC also supported Saubhagya, which is to reach electricity to every household. You know, in flat 18 months, 2.63 crore households were connected. This is one of the world's largest and fastest electrification drives. So that is why earlier, you know, in the energy field, it used to say 400 million people in India do not have electricity. This forms about 1/3 of the total population in India without electricity. We contributed through Saubhagya program of Government of India in reaching electricity to almost every household. And till date, as I said, CSR, REC has committed to about 300 projects across the country, and about 120 of them are ongoing. Every year we sanction about 40 projects. We close about 30-35 projects. And in last 8 to 9 years, we have sanctioned 800 crores has been already disbursed. Let me take this opportunity to tell you that we have supported 30% of our funds in health, hygiene, sanitation area. Just a few of the health related subject. You know, we are supporting there are about 115 backward districts in India, and Government of India said, look, the public sector units and their CSRs should fund 60% of their funding into this thematic area of health, nutrition, and school education in these aspirational districts. So to ensure that this is equitably distributed and the PSUs actually reach out to the faraway districts, they said you will have to take up few districts. For example, we have taken 7 districts. One is Kifre in Nagaland, which is very, very far away. You know, I always say that you stand in front of India map, extend your right hand, the longest finger, wherever it touches, that's Kifre. And it takes almost 3 days to reach there. And then Amit in Mizoram, Chandel in Manipur, West Sikkim, Gajapati in Odisha, Muzaffarpur in Bihar, and Udham Singh Nagar in Uttarakhand. These are the districts that we are supporting. In the last 1 year, 12 months, we have supported almost 125 crores, disbursed about 40 to 45 crores. Recently, we committed to, you know, building a dormitory accommodation for 200 bedded dormitory accommodation in Sadar Hospital and in Sri Krishna Medical College and Hospital in Muzaffarpur. Because often people from various places come, they are really poor, they don't have place. So we have agreed to do that. And then in these aspirational districts, ambulance in Mamit, for example, there is no public transport. During the COVID time, only DMs, district magistrate and additional district magistrates, their personal cars were used to transport COVID patients and COVID suspects from there to wherever COVID centers are. So we on a quick response, we approved the ambulances, and they were so useful to them. Apart from that, we are supporting at least almost all the primary health centers upgradation in these 3-4 districts, and also equipping the labor rooms with Laksha, the standards. So we are also supporting in Udham Singh Nagar bedded hospital, and that they have already converted and using it as a COVID care center, COVID treatment center. And in Cuttack in Odisha, we are building a disability hospital at a cost of about 15 crores. And then we are supporting leprosy hospitals in 3 locations: Faizabad in Uttar Pradesh, Chamba in Chhattisgarh, and in Tamil Nadu. We are also supporting muscular rehabilitation center for muscular dystrophy in Solan in Himachal Pradesh, and a hospice center in Jabalpur in Madhya Pradesh, a rehabilitation center for autism in Bilaspur, a old age home in a village, Shea village in Leh. Most often what happens is the older people are left to fend themselves during the harsh winters in Ladakh. So they would find it extremely hard. So we have built a 100-seater facility in Shea village that's near Leh. And we also supported by providing aids and appliances in 25 different centers in India through Alimco. So many, there are only a few to mention. And apart from this, we are also supporting skilling, essentially on different vocations. So that, and also 70% of them are employed, almost 30,000 people we have skilled over the last 4 to 5 years. And we have supported a lot of solar roof panels from residential schools in rural villages to presidential palace, but presidential premises in Delhi. So this actually not only it is direct environmental sustainability, but also those who visit there will also be enthused to adopt environmental sustainable methods. So we also supported almost about 1,000 schools for upgradation, libraries, and digital equipment, etc. Today, we are very happy to be associated with you in coming up with this unique and perhaps one of the first residential center for dementia care. And we will be with you in ensuring that it comes up as quickly as as per the timelines set in the the proposal, and we ensure that from our side all support is extended. Once again, let me wish you all just a second. Sorry. Once again, it's my privilege to launch this Center for Dementia Care, and we hope the project is completed on time and dedicated to use. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, sir. I think the list of activities seems quite impressive. Permit me to borrow one line each from both the mottos what you have. The REC Foundation borrowing energizing future, and the REC motto of infinite possibilities. I think we would like to put that together and build on what Professor CRC said. Sir, from 40-bedded, we hope to seek your support for 100-bedded facility in future. Thank you very much for being with us. I would now like to request our Director, Professor Guru Raj, to give his presidential address.
Thank you very much, Girish. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Good evening, everybody, and distinguished participants at this prestigious event. It is indeed a very proud moment for NIMHANS, and in bringing up this new idea and a new vision for the care of elderly in the country. Like Dr. Pratima said, she hoped that this will become a banyan tree, and Girish said it's an electrifying moment. I think an electric light on top of it will make this banyan tree to be so phenomenally active in the coming days, and to sort of take responsibility in this major area. In the last few years, with the changes that are happening in the Indian society, we have seen huge changes in the healthcare issues of the entire population. Successfully, we have been able to overcome a few of the problems, but many new problems have emerged in front of us, and they are right in front of us, and the whole country is struggling to find suitable, appropriate, and culture-specific answers for this. And one such problem that is in front of us is the care of the elderly. Even though much has been talked about it over the last so many years, the progress that the country has made has been little slow and has not gone at the required pace, despite the commitments that have been made over successive years. We just heard from Mr. Srinivas Shroff and the REC team that the phenomenal contributions that they have made in the field of health in areas which are very hard to reach as far as the northeastern parts of India and many of the interior rural parts of India. We also seen Professor Chandrasekhar mentioning that, this is a train that has just started, and this train needs to take several people, several bogies, and get into several lanes in the days to come. And I think elderly care is one such area where there are enormous possibilities for all of us to contribute in different ways. The community mental health unit at NIMHANS, working for several years, has contributed and has led in developing several new initiatives over time. And geriatric healthcare, geriatric mental health care was recognized as one of the important areas a couple of years back. Following that, the NIMHANS services started, and at the same time, NIMHANS also made significant contributions and inroads to develop this area across the country. We also seen today geriatric medicine become one of the important specialties, both in medical education as well as in education of the allied healthcare professionals. So geriatric care is coming into prominence, and this is the time that we should provide new roads, new pathways, and new insights towards the management of the elderly in our society. With about 10% of our population being elderly and being likely to increase in the coming years due to increased longevity, that will automatically happen in the society for different types of health, socio-economic, and welfare reforms. We are going to have a huge number of elderly people in the society who would require different care, support, and all the requirements that they need to lead a good quality of life. But amidst all this, dementia is one major problem. Even though we say the prevalence of dementia is just about 1 to 2%, translated to real numbers, these are huge numbers in the country. While a few have been able to get little support in the urban areas, the vast majority in the rural areas are still left behind and have difficulties in really not only taking care of themselves, but for the families to provide care for such people. So we need number of activities that need to go on in the coming years, whether it is service delivery, whether it is training of healthcare professionals, and in reference to dementia, the health workers who are working in the field of dementia, little greater understanding about not only why dementia occurs, but also how to manage dementia and other elderly healthcare problems, as well as providing greater support to the policies and programs across the country. Dr. P.T. Shivakumar has led the elderly mental health care division at NIMHANS for some time now, and is one of the energetic champions in this area. In fact, in the last 1 week itself, we have had so many conversations and discussions about how this center can come up in the coming days and what all activities this can perform. So we have visionaries like Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar, who I still remember his days when he was one of the champions in training medical officers, healthcare workers, and other allied professionals in Karnataka in the early days of 1980s, along with Professor Srinivas Murthy, Professor Mohan Isaac, and the entire team, which really revolutionized the mental health care delivery since those days. Dr. P.T. Shivakumar has also led this movement in recent days with specific reference to elderly mental health care, and I'm sure this will come up in a big way. The Sakalvara Center has been on the national map, on the international map, in terms of developing a rural healthcare, mental health care center, but now it gives an additional opportunity to focus on the elderly mental health care. And given the vast experience of REC in the delivery of healthcare services as part of the CSR activities, this gives an immense opportunity for the entire team at NIMHANS, and especially the community mental health care unit at NIMHANS, to draw programs and activities to contribute for this area. Like it was mentioned earlier, this should not only be a 40-bedded residential care facility, but at the same time expand its scope of activities to train people in terms of managing people with dementia. In fact, I have met several people, and I have gone through this particular phase in my own life where we had to take care of elderly, and it's a very difficult task. Not only people look for information, but people also look for skills and methods to manage people with dementia. And I think this center in due course of time would diverse into more different activities, especially in looking at the problems in rural areas as well. Because while some type of activities are ongoing in urban India, the vast rural India is left behind, and the situation is very, very difficult in these places. So the center over time would also look into innovative methods of training healthcare professionals that suits our culture, that suits our society, that suits our requirements, and then helps thousands and thousands of families. We also require a greater understanding of not only why dementia occurs, but how to manage dementia. And this is very, very essential to improve quality of life of these people, and also to extend the required support for the families, because the families have extremely difficult times in managing persons with dementia. So that type of family support, family care, how do families manage, are all new areas that can be explored. And coming together with REC, this should become a beehive of activities over time in terms of coming up with innovative solutions, new models of healthcare delivery for the elderly people, that can provide inputs to different policies and programs, that can draw variety of other resources in the society. Most of the times we think only health sector, but elderly care and dementia care goes out of the health sector and invites people from several other departments, ministries, disciplines, professionals to come together and to build this movement over a period of time. And I hope this, in the coming years, this center would lead the path and inform the country, inform societies in terms of how do we manage these in a much, much better way. At the same time, we also need greater advocacy. NIMHANS has been doing several advocacy activities over time, whether it is World Elderly Day or mental health or World Mental Health Day, many other activities, and in larger advocacy and awareness are also very much required at this juncture. So this gives an opportunity for NIMHANS to step out of the four walls of the hospital and operate in a center which is dedicated to elderly mental health as well as to dementia care, and to come up with innovative solutions and pathways that can really support, encourage, help, motivate, and draw people together. Ultimately, I think it is that collective movement that is required to move these agendas forward, and NIMHANS would take this path in the coming days. On behalf of NIMHANS, I'm grateful to REC and REC Foundation for coming forward to help the Institute in this noble cause and supporting us with a financial grant with which we will be able to build a center. And at the same time, I would like to place on record our sincere gratitude to Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar for coming forward to help us with the maintenance expenses and supportive that is required for the operation of this center, and to all the other people who have been part of this initiative over a period of time. It's a great historic moment for NIMHANS, and I think from this moment, the care of the elderly would get much more strengthened, would get much more supported, and we look forward to working with all of you, sir. And in particular, I'm grateful to Dr. Srinivas Rao and to Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar, and we definitely look forward to your continued help and support in this process as we start this journey, and this center would become one of the things that would contribute in great ways or in diverse ways for the care of the elderly. It's all our responsibility to do this, and it's our pledge that we should take to support this noble cause. So once again, on behalf of NIMHANS, I'm grateful to Dr. Srinivas and also to Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar for joining this effort and in supporting the activities of NIMHANS. Thank you very much, sir, and wish you all the best. Shiv Kumar. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. As being our torchbearer, truly that was inspirational, and we continue to rely on you for being our beacon. Before I request...
Not it's the participants, online participants.
Before... Chat. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. Before I request our registrar to give the vote of thanks, we have got all our seniors on joining us online. And they've also made their comments on the chat box. I'd just like to share two comments. One by Professor Shrikala Bharat. In her inimitable style, congratulations Geriatric Psychiatry Unit Shrikala. That's her message. And the next message is from, I would like to read, is from Dr. Srinivas Murthy. This initiative is very noble, and I congratulate all the parties involved, REC, CRC, and NIMHANS, for this important, much needed initiative. Knowing the background of Sakalwara Center as a center associated with Buddhist organization, this is appropriate that a center for elderly will be coming up at Sakalwara. I especially urge the center to give priority to bring the spiritual wisdom of Indian culture to guide the elderly to live meaningful lives. This could be the Indian contribution in the field of geriatrics. My best wishes for success of the project and service. R. Srinivas Murthy. Thank you very much, sir, for making it more relevant for us and also giving us that direction as to how we should be going about. I now request our registrar, Professor Shankar Narayan, to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Girish, and it's a great pleasure and it's a milestone in the history of NIMHANS that today, most important, a program we are establishing in the South Campus of NIMHANS, that is in Sakalwara. Thanks to Mahabodhi Society in 1978, they gifted this land to NIMHANS to establish the rural mental health programs. Since then, our activities for the mental health programs is in continuum, it is being done. Considering the efforts and also the continued growth of NIMHANS with approximately about 6 to 7 lakh patients has been treated, it's extremely important that caring the elderly is utmost care with a professional support is the need of the hour. And at the right time, you have the REC has come forward to support this activity. REC and CRC. So two of the support hands. The REC slogan says, endless energy, infinite possibilities. And for your CSR cost for establishing this Center for Dementia Care, sir. So from NIMHANS, we think that you should also add this continued support and help. The reason why I am telling is Professor C.R. Chandrasekhar, one of the best known psychiatrists in Karnataka, is called as the Bhishma Pitamaha of psychiatry. He is a wonderful, great teacher. He is a teacher for all of us. He wrote over 300 books to educate, and recent book which truly depicts that his passion to care for the elderly people. How to live happily beyond 60 years. That shows that his commitment to the elderly population. He runs a counseling center called as Samadhana, and tirelessly he works for the patient care and the support he's been offering. I'm very sure that the endless energy what is going to provide from the REC with a continued support and help, I'm very sure that the needy people who are at the elderly life, they will have an infinite possibilities of living together with a healthy life with the support of REC and CRC. With our programs which is already there, we are going to focus in terms of two components. One is in terms of center. Second thing is, most importantly, we need to have the training programs which need to be conducted. As our director has clearly mentioned, and I also envisage that this is going to be called as REC Center for Dementia Care. So we are hoping that the requirements are going to be huge, and REC will provide the infrastructure and the continued support and help for the running costs, which is going to be quite huge. This is going to be a residential center. Professor CRC is going to support us, not only financially, even he is going to mentor us and guide us and provide all kind of support to run this facility. NIMHANS takes this opportunity to thank profusely Shri Sanjeev Kumar Gupta and Dr. Srinivas Rao, who ignited this whole program of support from REC, Shri Anbalagan, who is present here and witnessing this program. Professor CRC is our own teacher, a wonderful mentor for all of us. It's a wonderful opportunity for NIMHANS joining hands with a support from the REC and the guidance from CRC and leadership of NIMHANS, where we could go ahead in terms of establishing the center. At the earliest, if we could put it in use, I'm very sure that it's going to be beneficial in two fronts: taking care of needy people who are elderly, and also training the manpower and the human resources is extremely important. Two of these objectives will be completely met. I'm very happy that NIMHANS is always in forefront in using every pie of the finances what we are going to receive. And since about 80% of the patients are from the BPL, so as CRC sir has mentioned that the elderly care, the requirements are distinctly different than a general care what we do it in the hospital. I'm sure that REC's support and CRC's guidance and the guidance what we are going to get, and also the support which is going to be offered from NIMHANS, all the three will be amalgamated. I'm very sure that, and I assure on behalf of NIMHANS, the REC and CRC, both of them, this center is going to be paying its dues for the elderly people. At the earliest, we will put in use. With the continued support and help from REC, I am sure your slogan will be fulfilled, sir. Endless energy and infinite possibilities. I take this opportunity to thank Professor Gururaj, Professor SKC, CRC sir, and all the dignitaries who are here, the HODs, Dean, Pratima Murthy, Shri Anbalagan, and each one of them, and also the leadership which has been offered in this specific area for many decades by Professor Matthew, and subsequently headed by Dr. P.T. Shivkumar, and support which is provided by PSW department by Dr. Tirumurthy and Dr. Girish. I'm very sure that we have a vibrant team who could lead, and also we have the support which is offered by our Dean for this program, Shri Satish Girmaji sir. I'm very sure that the leadership which has been shown by our previous director, Professor B.N. Gangadhar, considering the need that this center is going to be huge, we have put an effort with the government of Karnataka. The BWSP has almost agreed, and now it is going to be functional in next 10 days, that we are going to get the Kaveri water supply to our south campus, that is to the Sakalwara. And when you have established this center, I am very sure that you have all the facilities is put in place, and thanks to government of Karnataka, who is supporting the cause for the requirements for this center. I also thank at the end the REC, CRC, and all my colleagues, and also the entire team of psychiatry, and also the other colleagues of the institute who is taking part in spearheading this entire program. I assure on behalf of NIMHANS that to REC and CRC that this is going to be a flagship program of your CRC activity or CSR activity of REC, sir. So thank you very much for participating, and also today formally launching the REC Center for Dementia Care in our South Campus, Sakalwara. Thank you, Dr. Srinivas Rao sir, Shri Anbalagan sir, and the entire team who is physically present. And also I take this opportunity to thank Professor Gururaj sir for leading the team. Thank you very much.
Very much. As we come to the end, I'll just borrow the phrase which Professor Gururaj used. Indeed, it's a historic moment And it's not just corporate responsibility what we are talking about. It is the social accountability what we have been looking at. Thank you one and all. Thank you very much. We look forward to meeting at the Bhumi Puja and subsequently the inauguration of the building. Thank you.